early childhood development.
Oui, merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président. Dans le cadre du travail qu'il réalise pour rebâtir le Nouveau-Brunswick, le gouvernement du Premier ministre David Alward canalise ses efforts en vue d'aider tous les enfants à se réaliser pleinement dans un milieu d'apprentissage positif et inclusif. Monsieur le Président, is it that I can ask for a few extra minutes in the statement? Thanks. Appreciate that. A éprouvé le désir d'apprendre tout au long de leur vie. Il s'agit pour notre gouvernement de priorité absolue, car pour les gens de Nouveau-Brunswick, ce sont des composants essentiels de leur capacité à s'assurer un avenir prometteur dans une province plus forte. Monsieur le Président, un groupe de gens représentatifs de Nouveau-Brunswick qui ont à cœur notre province et son avenir ont créé en 2009 la table ronde 2026. Les personnes en question ont déterminé que le Nouveau-Brunswick doit renforcer sa culture de l'apprentissage. Mr. Speaker, in November 2010, the government agreed to partner with New Brunswick 2026, nonpartisan, multiple partisan, members of the opposition, members of the government, in engaging citizens in understanding and exploring the issues, concerns, and goals with respect to learning in our province. Mr. Speaker, and one of the people at the forefront of this work is Mr. Andy Scott. Andy is well known to the people of Greater Fredericton and New Brunswick. Besides his most recent work in social policy research at the University of New Brunswick, Andy also worked for many years in public service. Formerly a civil servant in New Brunswick, he was also a longtime member of Parliament for Fredericton and a federal cabinet minister. In fact, Mr. Speaker, I had the pleasure to meet Andy Scott 20 years ago, in 1993, when he first ran and was elected to public office. We worked closely together on issues mutual to our constituency. Also, Mr. Speaker, Andy was responsible for helping my wife get her first job 17 years ago with New Brunswick Association for Community Living. To say that they are very close is an understatement. Mr. Speaker, in his public role, Andy distinguished himself as a champion of human rights and social policy advancement, especially for minorities. His work on linguistic minority rights, his work on persons with disabilities, First Nations, and same-sex equality has been extensive and respected by many people in Canada. In addition, Andy has mentored many, many people, too many to name. I was very pleased to join Andy Scott and Mary Paul Theriault on the recommendation of Premier David Alward to be co-chair of the initiative called Learning Everybody's Project. For over 2.5 years, we worked together to engage citizens in the creation of a learning agenda for New Brunswick. Many New Brunswickers share a deep desire to participate in promoting a learning culture in our province. Much has been accomplished in such a short time during this project. Mr. Speaker, we are continually impressed by Andy's positive ability to strategize and to help move New Brunswick's learning agenda forward. Mr. Speaker, many people know right now that Andy is not well. He is home battling cancer and is watching today, actually, from his bedroom at home. We want to let Andy know he is well thought of by our government, he's well thought of by the people of New Brunswick, and well thought of by all of the people in this legislature, and all of these people who wanted a voice in the need for social change. Mr. Speaker, he believes there is no such thing as winners and losers, but only winners. He said recently that politics should not be about winning the debate. Instead, it's about bringing people around the same table so that everybody wins. Andy Scott has helped us demonstrate that tremendously with the New Brunswick's learning agenda. Andy Scott believes in our shared vision to become the learning province of Canada. Last Friday, Premier David Alward and myself visited Andy at his home. He gave us much valued advice on key initiatives to move forward on immediately. Premier Alward asked me to move forward on a couple of initiatives immediately, Mr. Speaker. In honor of Andy's immense contribution to the New Brunswick Learning Initiative, I'm pleased today to announce 2 new programs that'll strengthen New Brunswick's culture of learning. One program will identify and designate New Brunswick learning champions of all ages who can mobilize individuals and groups to encourage learning in all its forms. Such champions will include leaders from the business sector, the cultural sector, the sporting communities, schools, colleges, and universities, as well as government and community organizations. These champions serve as ambassadors for lifelong learning by promoting the value of learning and engaging others in actively promoting lifelong learning in their homes, communities, and workplaces. Mr. Speaker, I am honored to announce today, on behalf of this initiative, on behalf of all of us, our very first official learning champion in New Brunswick will be Andy Scott. But there's more, Mr. Speaker, because Andy wouldn't be at his best if he wasn't pushing the envelope to keep us moving forward. The second announcement will support learning programs and services delivered in our schools and communities by creating a volunteer community learning animators initiative. We will develop and mobilize a pool of volunteer community learning animators consisting of people ranging from young New Brunswickers to our seniors. There will be people who are willing to volunteer their time and their skills in support of learning activities within our schools and our communities. We know there are many New Brunswickers who are already giving time and skills to our community in this manner, and we know there are others ready and willing to volunteer to help strengthen New Brunswick's learning culture in this way. As part of the initiative, young New Brunswickers will have an incentive to become a volunteer community learning animator through the high school co-op course for credit. I'm confident, and we are confident, that these programs will make a positive difference in New Brunswick. They will help strengthen our learning culture by promoting volunteerism and greater engagement among New Brunswickers at the grassroots level. In doing so, they'll help steer New Brunswick towards a brighter future with more people learning, contributing to our economy, and building a stronger provinces. These new initiatives will get us even further along in a vision of making New Brunswick the learning province of Canada. Mr. Premier, Andy Scott, we've moved forward significantly on the request of these initiatives. And Mr. Speaker, no matter what, Andy Scott can be assured we will all keep working to push the bar and make our province better tomorrow than what it is today. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.